I'm the LEGO Maniac, and welcome to the first video of 2023. Hold on, one sec. This could be a lot easier. Hi, and actually I'm the LEGO Maniac, and welcome to the first video of 2023. So yeah, just kicking things off, and I thought reintroduce myself and give you kind of just a refresher course on who I am and what we do here on this channel before we kick off this awesome new year. So yeah, I'm the LEGO Maniac. My name my online persona comes from the old LEGO Maniac from the 80s, who was a TV show, or not a TV show, but TV commercial icon for LEGO. And then in the 90s up until the very early 2000s, the LEGO Maniac was an animated icon in their LEGO Mania magazines and also in LEGO Maniac magazines. So yeah, kind of revising that name and title. What do? I do a little bit of everything, honestly. I build LEGO, I collect LEGO, but my number one kind of goal with these videos and with my just overall kind of brand and everything is basically to be here for you guys, the LEGO community. I do everything from help with identifying LEGO pieces and minifigures. Minifigures in particular are my specialty. So if you ever have any questions about minifigures you find in a bulk lot, or minifigures you find on the side of the street or anywhere, or you just find one in your collection that you just don't remember where it came from, you can always send me a picture on my Facebook or through Instagram or just any of my social media platforms and ask me, and I always respond really quickly. I respond as quickly as possible. I try and be as informational as possible. I'll give you as much information as I can. And if I don't have the information off the top of my head, then I know where to get it. So yeah, I also I'm here to educate the community as best I can. I'll help you with prices if you need it. I've done a lot of pricing for LEGO and other products before. I worked with LEGO. I actually did online selling for Star Wars and, well, mainly Star Wars, but sci-fi and fantasy collectibles in general. So I've had a lot of experience with the reselling market when it comes to collectibles, in particular toys and other similar merchandise. So LEGO is right up my alley. Of course, I build MOCs. I love building, love collecting, love sharing. Yeah, so tune in, and hopefully we'll have some good information that you didn't know before, and we'll be able to kind of educate you. And yeah. So what we do here on the LEGO Maniac, number one, I also have my 3 kids. Their online name is the Daddy's Little Monsters. I have my oldest, Gremlin, my middle son, who's Banshee, and Gremlin's my daughter, by the way. And then I have my youngest daughter, Critter. Yeah. Believe it or not, their names actually weren't given their names for the channel. My oldest and youngest, when they were babies, they laughed and chittered a lot like gremlins and critters, and so they got those names. My son, he still screams loud enough to break windows sometimes. I mean, he's crazy. So yeah, he's the Banshee. So anyways, they will be joining me occasionally to just kind of talk about LEGO. They all love LEGO, or at least love interacting with me when I interact with LEGO. My son in particular is huge into LEGO. He's been building a lot. He's been actually doing a lot of cool things with his LEGO the last couple months in particular. And my youngest is also really into LEGO. She loves the characters and people and everything. She's always playing with them, taking them apart, putting them together. So yeah, they'll be teaming up with me on some videos. I'll also have some solo videos, so stay tuned for them. We do 2 different kinds of videos on this channel. First is we try and do a weekly episode, which usually runs for about 30 minutes up to an hour, depending on what we're covering. Usually I try and cover bigger topics like theme reviews or set reviews or different things like that, different informational kind of topics about LEGO's history, or I might cover upcoming products. I mean, it really will kind of depend. You know, we got a lot of cool ideas for this year. We also have a short video segment that we do called Quick Bricks, which is basically a little short, like usually about 5 to 10 minute videos. We've got some building tips for you, some short informational, just bits of random Lego trivia, all sorts of fun things. But yeah, so that's kind of what we do here. I want to make a few statements really quick before we before I kind of kick off the year officially. My kind of mission statement as LEGO Maniac is, like I said, keeping the LEGO community as informed as possible with information, knowledge about LEGO, its history, its themes, but also to educate. You know, I've gotten to the point where I can pretty much look at a LEGO torso and just based on the design or some of the design elements, I can usually tell you what theme it comes from, or at least kind of what decade it was made in, or, you know, stuff like that. I would love to be able to get you guys to the same place. I love for the community as a whole to be able to know LEGO that way. So that's kind of my goal with this whole thing, is to educate you guys as much as possible. So, you know, I mean, as much as I love interacting with the Facebook groups where they ask me, you know, or ask the group 101 questions about, hey, found this in the group a lot, anyone know where it came from? I would love to be able to see you answer those questions yourself. That's kind of the first part of my mission statement, is to kind of empower the LEGO community through my knowledge and information so that you can be as knowledgeable and have as much information at your fingertips as possible. My other kind of part of my mission statement is I very strongly believe in LEGO's namesake, or LEGO, you know, the name LEGO comes from the term play well. And that's very much what I also kind of strive for, my mission statement with being a LEGO Maniac and my videos and everything. I do not believe in like third-party bashing or any of that kind of thing that you see online usually. I love LEGO. I deal primarily with LEGO, but even I admit that LEGO doesn't make everything, and LEGO is a great brand. It's one of the best, it's probably actually the best brand out there, but even they don't make everything, and even they are not perfect, which is, LEGO even recognizes that, which is why they've endorsed certain other brands such as Brick Arms and a few others to come alongside them and make some of the products that LEGO doesn't make. So yeah, I mean, everybody has a little bit of non-LEGO in their collection, and I firmly believe that we should not be bashing other people because they have non-LEGO in their collection or because they have some non-LEGO figures. I mean, LEGO, as far as I know, doesn't make an Elvira. I've seen an awesome looking Elvira on online by a third-party brand. I'm going to be 100% honest, I plan to buy that figure at some point. A lot of other horror icons. I'm a huge horror movie fan, and LEGO doesn't make a lot of horror movie icons. Chucky, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, LEGO just doesn't touch those things usually. LEGO also has a pretty firm, solid rule against making modern weaponry. So like I said, that's where Brick Arms and Brick Forge and a few other ones comes in. LEGO has actually gone public endorsing these to make LEGO compatible weapons and accessories and military accessories to play with LEGO. The only time where I will not approve of, or I will speak out against a non-LEGO or LEGO compatible brand, is when they intentionally violate LEGO copyright. There is a difference between making LEGO compatible products, especially ones that LEGO doesn't make, and there's another thing entirely when that company goes to make, they go basically to rip off LEGO. Lepin is a big one from recent years that has been doing this. They've literally copied some LEGO sets almost directly, but with like half the quality, and yeah, I will not support that. You know, LEGO has a copyright that they've taken a lot of time and effort to put together and to finalize, and to do anything to, I mean, it's just kind of like, it's like burning a CD, or, you know, burning music or stealing a movie. It's violating their copyright. It's violating their right to their own product, and I will not support that. Third party though, I have no problem. Mega Block, I got some Mega Block stuff in my collection. Not a big fan of the figures. It's a personal preference though, but they got some cool accessories out there. They got some cool other elements. They make some pretty awesome like translucent pieces actually that I've used to kind of augment my mocks and my builds to kind of add some new personality to them. I personally have no problem with that. So you might see a little bit of that in my builds or my mocks in my collection. I apologize to all the diehard Lego purists out there ahead of time. But honestly, like I said, be realistic about it. Lego's not perfect. They can't make everything. They won't make everything. And so I have no problem buying or acquiring a product. Actually, I will not buy non-Lego unless it's like accidentally in a bulk lot. But I have no problem acquiring third-party Lego compatible products. So that's out there. Yeah, so that's, you know, but in general, play well, guys. I mean, somebody has non-Lego in their collection. They post about it online. Don't give them crap for it, please. Play nice, play well. That's what Lego's all about. That's what Lego wants us to be all about. And so that is part of my mission statement, is just I firmly support the idea to play well. So yeah, a couple other new things. We're doing some new content on the Facebook page, including a new feature called the minifigure spotlight, which basically every couple of weeks, I believe first Tuesday and third Tuesday of every month, we'll be posting a new minifigure spotlight, which is basically we'll be highlighting a minifigure in Lego's current or past history, or in their current, you know, like arsenal, just kind of giving some information on it, like, you know, kind of pulling some really cool ones out. We've already got one up from this last week, Noctura from the Elves series. If you guys don't know who that is, check out either my Instagram or also my Facebook page. Check her out. We'll be posting things like the name. I'll give you the ID number for the character. If there's any figure variations, I will sometimes give those, depending on how drastic the figure variation is. Noctura, her variation basically just didn't have a cape, so I put both those ones up there. There are other characters where they have entirely different outfits, entirely different uniforms or whatever. I am going to be treating those as separate minifigures because they tend to be separate minifigures from different parts of the storyline or whatever Lego put out for them. But yeah, every first Tuesday and third Tuesday of the month. Also, we're gonna be doing like some cool little. So we're doing some custom LEGO Maniac memes. I got some cool, funny stuff coming up. Also, caption this picture on the weeks that we do not do a Lego or a minifigure spotlight. We have these little cool, quirky little scenes made out of Lego. And honestly, some of them are kind of absolute WTF scenes. And I want you to see what your best caption is. Also going to, I tried doing this last year, and honestly, I am going to be 100% honest with you guys. The feedback was not great. By not great, I mean I had one person reply back, and that was it. But I'm hoping I can get some more feedback, or not feedback, but like interaction from you guys. Last year, I tried to, on one of my videos, I tried asking about your favorite like beverage when you're building your Lego, be it new sets or mocks, and honestly, nobody got back to me. I mean, I know I don't have that many followers yet, but still, guys, come on, it's kind of sad. So hopefully we'll get some more interaction from you. I really appreciate that, and more feedback too. If you guys want to see different things on the videos or even on like the Facebook or the Instagram, definitely drop me a message or a comment somewhere on one of my platforms and let me know. I'm always looking for new ideas and new suggestions or just overall feedback, and that feedback is really how I'm gonna, number one, know how I'm doing. Which is always appreciated, but it's also how I'm going to, you know, feedback is how we get better, it's how we improve things, and I of course am always looking to improve things. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So yeah, got more stuff coming up in the next few weeks. Gonna have more videos. Like I said, we're gonna have one long video a week, and then hopefully some quick bricks as they come. So yeah, stay tuned for more. And then coming up in just a second here, we are gonna have actually the first quick bricks of the year. This is kind of our double feature. Hope you stay tuned for that. The quick bricks today is going to be minifigure torsos actually. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Oh, one other thing too before I let you guys go, we are I'm hoping to pick up my some of you have seen some of my stop action videos featuring Lego. Hoping to pick up my game on that. We have, I don't know if you saw just before this video started or the very beginning of this video, we have a brand new intro for the LEGO Maniac for this year, brand new 2023 intro that is stop action. The Quick Bricks intro is stop action. And I'm hoping to start kind of making everything. I want everything for these videos to be original content. The theme music I wrote it. I put it together. Like I said, I'm trying to make this all original for you guys, trying to do, bring everything together. So anyways, yeah, drop me some feedback. Definitely remember, guys, subscribe, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys actually probably in a few minutes with the crew brick. So yeah, enjoy and play well, guys. Look forward to seeing how this year goes. Thanks. Hey guys, it's me, LEGO Maniac, and this is our first Quick Bricks of 2023. We're gonna be talking about minifigure torsos. I don't know, for those of you who have collected older torsos or just like you collect a lot of minifigures and stuff, you'll sometimes see cracks along the side of your torso. So today, I'm going to kind of explain to you why those happen. There's a couple reasons for that actually, depending on the year especially. And also for newer torsos anyways, how to prevent that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, so this is my LEGO Maniac figure here. You'll see him in some of my stop actions, especially you've probably seen him in the intros for both my quick bricks and my full-length channel entries. I also got a couple torsos here, so we're gonna take a look at these torsos now to demonstrate the kind of thing. You guys have probably seen this, but to demonstrate kind of what we're looking at. Now, if you look right here, you see that? That's kind of what we're looking at here. So now you'll see a lot of these, especially in older like 90s and earlier torsos. Especially certain colors. Brown has been a bad color for Lego. So is the russet in the past. But honestly, the biggest thing is actually the design for the torsos from back in that era. If you look at this, look at the inside there. It's basically a hollow box. Not a lot of interior supports and everything, which means that stress on the outside of these torso sides is very common. And so that's where you get a lot of reason for that kind of cracking. Since then, this is from one of the recent CMF torsos. This kind of just shows you a bit more of how they've been designing it in the recent years. You'll see there's a lot more kind of interconnectivity inside of the torso, which actually helps prevent a lot of that cracking. So you don't see it as much in the more recent torsos, but you do still see it. I can, my middle child, Banshee, unfortunately he has quite a few Lego torsos that he has cracked, unfortunately. I'm going to show you why though, because like I said, the newer torsos here, they don't have as much of a problem with that. Now, what the newer torsos, now you'll hear a lot of people kind of complain about, like the legs. You want to keep your torso from cracking. You don't put the legs down all the way, or there's lots of other things that people have said. Honestly, though, Lego designed these torsos to sit on the legs. The legs are not the problem. I hate to break it to you guys. If you see a torso that's cracked simply because of sitting untouched, there's something wrong with the torso. That's a manufacturing error. It has nothing to do with the fact you put it on a pair of Lego legs. So ignore that kind of rumor, that kind of myth. The biggest reason actually is how people take on and off the arms. Now, if you look at the arms on these guys, kind of see the way they usually take them off is you kind of have to snap them on and off. A lot of people, when they kind of snap the arms off, they'll either snap them like from this direction here, or they'll snap them from the side, or either front or back. Now the trick is, don't do it this way. Don't do it this way. This way right here is honestly the safest way to remove a Lego arm, and that is because, like, when you think about it, when you pry this arm off, I'm gonna pry this off. I usually don't take. Actually, wait, I take it back. I usually I separate all my Lego people that I'm not currently using. I do have a collection of assembled minifigures, but when I don't assemble, keep it a minifigure for assembled, it goes in a mock toolbox that I have completely disassembled. But the trick to doing these is to take them off this way. This is the easiest way to remember. And the reason why, I'm gonna do it the wrong way here. Now, if you look, when I pull this off, I'll show you from the top here. You see, watch this, that stress point right there. See that? Now, when you do it that way, when you bend it this direction, okay, that puts a lot of stress on this kind of middle zone right here. And it puts a lot of stress and it's from both directions. You got the one direction that's being pushed in, and you have this ball here, the ball joint on the inside is actually being pulled out here, which kind of puts a lot of torque on that middle line right there, which is why you see a lot of cracks in newer parts and pieces. Now, there are other ways you can do it. Of course, there's, from the top here. But the problem is, once again, a lot of torque is being put, or a lot of pressure is being put on that center line, because when you press outwards, all that force is being pushed this way into the torso, which puts a lot of stress on that center line right there. And if you do it too often, or if you do it too violently or too aggressively, you will definitely crack your torso. Now, the safest way to do it is by putting the arm downwards and pulling it this way. And that is because when you do it this way, yes, there is still some cracking, or not cracking, but there's still some pressure being put on this middle area right here, but the bulk of the force is now all being directed right into the shoulder right here. And if you look inside there especially, there's a lot more support in those shoulder areas, or up towards the top there on the inside. And so when you pull it like this, all that pressure is now going right there where there's a lot of support. And so it's not going to crack as easy. The other thing you can do to help kind of, besides, of course, don't take your arms off. That's going to be one of the biggest recommendations you hear from a lot of people. But, of course, you want to mock things. I mean, honestly, I couldn't have made my awesome little LEGO Maniac here without, pulling these off of, I don't even remember where I got these, the flesh arms from. But, I would not have made my little guy here without pulling off the arms from somebody and put him on a black torso. But anyways, you can't, if you want to mock your characters, you can't really avoid pulling arms off at some point. And of course, unfortunately though, for these older torsos, you can't, besides if you're lucky enough to have these that are not already cracked from just the constant use. I mean, we're talking about 90s torsos here. We're talking about like, 90s, 80s, or late 80s. They're the ones that, like I said, very hollow insides. You put that together with like some, especially during the early 90s and those late 80 years, you're talking about a lot of, like they're still kind of figuring out some of their manufacturing, especially Samsonite era. We were coming right out of that in the early 90s. And there's still, there's still some stuff they're figuring out with their plastics. So you can't really blame them too much. Then also just 90s. That was a long time ago. I was born in 90. And so, that puts you, what? That puts me over 30 years. We don't talk about that. But yeah, so I mean, that's 30 years though for one of these guys to exist. Honestly, this guy right here, I'm not sure exactly how old this one is. But 30 years is a pretty good age for looking that good, even with the crack. I mean, you see a lot of other figures and things from other, like, toy brands and stuff that don't last that long. So anyways, there we go. That's our quick fix for today. Just some tips and tricks about keeping your minifigure torsos as pristine as possible and not getting those annoying cracks on the newer ones. Remember, the trick is always pull up. Don't pull to the side and don't pull from the top. That's the best thing you're going to do, besides just not take your characters apart at all. Hope you enjoyed this quick fix, and I will see you in the next one.